epic, man. 195 episodes with you, brother.
Yep.
I'm just thinking, like, guys, we're all getting to the road to 200. I was thinking in my head while you were getting ready, I was like, dude, what if on episode 200 it was like that was the title of the movie? It was like episode 200, and we go to a remote Airbnb to celebrate the 200th episode with a party of people, and then it's like a slasher movie inside the Airbnb.
Well, that's a month and a half, and we got a lot going on. So
I know that was just like in my head, like,
that's
wouldn't that be a cool
dream.
movie?
Did you wake up in the middle of the night going, "Oh, that would be amazing"?
Mm-hmm.
I do like the one idea we had with some shit behind us. 200's a big deal, man.
Mm-hmm.
200 is a big fucking deal. Hope you guys are doing well. We appreciate you. Thanks for always supporting us, and it means a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Always, I'm going to say it in the beginning. Tim always told me to say it at the end. I'm going to say it in the beginning. Please like and subscribe.
Please like and subscribe.
If we give you a hoot and a holler.
Mm-hmm.
So
love you, Jobins.
We love you guys.
Yeah, it's true, too. It's an awesome community, man.
Yeah, Tim told me how important. He was giving me some tips about some shit, and he was saying how important that is. And how all the big guys, they always say it at the end. So we got to be mindful.
Dude.
How you been this week, my man? Let's catch the Jobins up. How's Brendan been?
I know it's been a little bit, Jobins. I've been good. I've been back in the Jiu-Jitsu. I got to speak right. And then I'm actually working out with my boy Brendan, too, that I work with. Mm-hmm. And so I've been getting stronger, too, trying to get that strength for Jiu-Jitsu, too. And I need to be stepping up and going. What's
a Brendan and Brendan workout routine look like?
Dude, if it's like a bench, if it's like chest day, we'll bench. And we'll do like chest press, and we'll go do free weights and get the dumbbells, and we'll do some shoulder not dumbbell flies. That's what I meant to say. And then some dumbbell press as well.
These are all good.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing to laugh at. These are all good.
I would love it if we could all work out at the same time. Schedules get tough.
I know. We literally have the opposite schedule. It's tough.
Dude, it's like, because honestly, too, it was awesome, guys. I double dated with him and his girlfriend, and me and Shannon, and we went to round 1, and we went to the bowling alley there, and Jobins, it's really pathetic. What do you think? I bowled so terribly.
Dude, I'm horrible.
It was like a 47.
I try.
I
give it my all.
But we all were bad, so it was fun.
You know that feeling when you hit a strike? Have you ever hit a strike?
I have, dude. I've hit multiple strikes in a row.
Uh-huh.
I don't think I've
multiple in a row.
I think 2 in a row.
Okay.
Because I don't think I've gotten a turkey. Maybe I've gotten a turkey once, because I used to bowl a little bit back in high school.
Remember Wii bowling?
I do. Dude.
Remember how we'd have our wrists? We'd be fucking with that wand. Mm. Dude, I miss those Wii days. I miss Guitar Hero days. I miss Wii days.
We should go bowling sometime, bro. We should get the boys and go bowling. It would honestly be fun.
It would. Did you see the Nintendo Switch 2's coming out? And then the prices for games are like $90 a game.
Dude, this is it's like, I don't even know.
Whatever Grand Theft Auto is, take my money. That's gonna be the game that probably gets me back in.
I hope it's good.
I know, dude. It's gotta be. It's Grand Theft Auto.
That's what I say about every game that comes out, bro. And I'm sorry, Jobins, but it's like every game that's been coming out has been shite.
So anyone can do anything in Grand Theft Auto, but for me, as long as it's a good, fun story mode, and they don't fucking make it bullshit to where it's like the more fun things you got to pay for to play with online people, as long as they don't fuck that up, and I can, by myself, play a good Grand Theft Auto story, because I always enjoy Grand Theft Auto missions with the story, don't you? Mm-hmm. Or you just like going mindlessly?
No, I do. I love the mission. I love the story. I love the satire.
Right?
In Grand Theft Auto, that's what I'm worried about. Yeah, it's like if the tone of Grand Theft Auto changes or anything, it'll be like kind of ruined.
No, it better be still just as violent and as better than ever.
If there's like corporate mandates that it feels like it's just trying to check boxes, it's not going to be a good game.
Yeah, it's probably going to be the only game on my PS5. I'm excited. I tried playing my PS5 the other day, and the fucking controllers wouldn't connect. I was trying everything. I was like,
What game would you even play? What game would you even play?
I was going to play some of the games I had started but never finished. But I'm like, dude, I don't even have time to game anymore. Holy shit.
Busy, dude.
Yeah.
Busy posting videos too, man. Like, it's a lot.
Yeah. Last night's fights were good. Jobin Schmitty hit a 6-leg parlay.
That was fire.
I backed out before the main event just because I was nervous. I could have won like what, $50 more.
Dude, you could have.
Yeah, but it's okay. I turned 5 into 125. Like, come on. I'm like, you know what? I need this one.
Dude, I even wrote down all your fights that you had too, because that was actually really impressive, bro.
O'Day, I was happy O'Day won. That was sick.
There it is. It was Torres Finney, O'Day Osborne, the Jamaican sensation, Brad Tavares. Brad Tavares, he showed up, dude, and he whooped Gerald Murchard.
I hear the stories from Tim and everything, so anytime Brad fights, I'll always bet on Brad.
I like that.
He's a badass.
You had him, and then you had the Chinese guy, or the Korean guy, South Korean, Chain Ho Lee. And Jobins, I always say never pick the Asian fighters in parlays, and look at that. You were right.
Yeah.
And then Pat Sabatini.
Yep.
That was fire. And then Lerone Murphy. Dude, you were on fire. And oh, man.
Yeah, the Sabatini fight was sick. Yeah. O'Day's fight was sick, too, coming back like that against a grappler. I love that shit.
It was sick.
It was
dude,
fire.
He hit him right on the button, dude. It was so nice.
Yeah. We got to party with him, Jobins, and he's a really cool guy. He was super chill.
Him and his brother, dude. That was cool. That was a cool experience.
It was a fun night, so it was cool to see.
And he had a tough guy that he fought.
Wow.
That guy was like strong and stocky for that size, man.
Right.
And then, man, you pulled out right at the Lerone Murphy.
I know. Just because, Josh Emmett scares me, and he can just be one of those guys where he connects a punch and it's lights out. And, I'm better safe than sorry. It was a good one.
You still won, dude. You went up that night. That's
5
awesome.
into 125.
That's sick.
Suck it, Warlike.
That's a lot of fights in a row to get right, bro.
Right? I know. I like my luck. Dude, it's been a long time, Joe, I got to be honest, because I like long parlays. Because it's 50-50, and if I feel like someone's going to win, why not make it long and exciting? And usually sometimes it's one of the fights in the very beginning, and then I get the rest. Yeah. Betting's just crazy with UFC, dude. Warlike makes like fucking 8-9 different things. I'm trying to do. Me and you typically stick to under 5.
Yeah.
We're typically making $20 bets total, 20-25. You know what I mean?
The thing is, I don't think we hedge them the best, because I feel like there's a lot of similar fights in the multiple parlays to where it's like, damn, well.
Underdogs scare me. You got to really know some shit, and they don't always. Yeah. And then sometimes the biggest things happen. UFC. Crazy. 314 is coming up. We're going to talk about that later. Last week, sorry we didn't do an episode last week, Jobins. Fucking me and Brendan had a crazy fucking week and weekend. It's just been a lot of busy shit.
Yeah. And then we had poker that day too.
Yeah.
That lasted for a long time, guys. I even the crazy thing is, guys, I lost $100. I lost $100 the fastest I'd ever lost $100 in my life.
I think you were the record so far of being out after start time.
Dude, Nick Warlike, he freaking got me out, dude. He matched me. I had an ace and a 7, and he had an ace and a queen, bro. And get this, we both had the 2 aces on there. And it's like, I was like, there's no way he's got the other ace. I got this in the bag.
Guess what?
I put it all in and
guess
lost
what?
it.
The professionals we played with, Eric and all those guys, which apparently Frankie C's coming down this next week. We got to get him on the pod.
That would be sick.
I know he's coming down, him and the boys. But guess what they would have said?
What?
You have to assume the other player has the other ace. Because now guess what? Now you got to tell yourself, okay, do I have a high or low ace?
That would have saved me, guys. That honestly would have saved me.
For real.
But guess what?
Poker's a motherfucker, dude.
That same day, guys, I came right back to the table later with $60, and I came back and I only was down $10 total.
Yeah, look at me talking. That was my worst day ever. Jobin's lost $100. I played for a long time though. Probably played for what? Fucking 4 or 5 hours.
Dude, like we said, long day.
Yeah, never bought in. I was up, then lost it all. Then I came back a little bit, then lost it all. It's just the name of the game, baby. Name of the fucking game. I needed a break. I took a break this week. I said, you know what? When your mind's not really in it, and I don't like to overplay poker, it's fun to play. Sean just got a sick-ass new table, though. And they're all playing on it this weekend. I was like, I got shit to do. I'm passing.
Dude, they're unforgiving, too.
Oh, yeah.
Your money's gone if it's...
Oh, yeah. Sean, the other time I was playing with Sean, he had red in his eyes, Jobins. He was, let's see how fast I can get Schmitters out. And I was like, I don't like this shit. I don't like the vibes. I'm out. And then I came back later, played, and went up. It was a good day.
That is a good day.
It was a good day.
Sometimes it's not your time, though.
Sometimes. Yeah. The Timbo Sugar Show also we did last weekend, and that was super sick. They're not back yet, guys. Sean's still really focused on this fight with Merab. It's the same shit. They just wanted to talk and announce the fight. But boy, was it cool because I felt it. You know, it's been a long time since they'd done it, and you could tell that they really enjoyed it while they were doing it.
Yeah, like you got to have the Timbo Sugar Show back, bro.
Yeah, he will. They'll come back.
You know what? Sometimes I even think
time.
about the Bro Malley Show.
Right?
Like there's other things that have gone out, dude. It's like, not the Timbo Sugar Show.
Dude, you never know if Daniel, I think the word on the street is that they do eventually want to move back here. So I bet when Daniel, I don't want to hype you guys up, but I mean, make lies, but I could see if Daniel moves back, the Bro Malley Show coming back, which would be sick. Yeah.
But the Timbo Sugar Show, dude, that's legendary. It has to come back. Dude,
what's crazy is this is another moment, guys. This is another moment where Sean can create history. Merab has built the resume of a lifetime, and so many. I see him everywhere. I can't stop seeing fucking Merab. My Chef Cusco guy that I like.
I know, dude. That bummed me out. I had to show you
God
that.
Damn it. Well, he's just popular. Sean's that guy. Sean was so popular. Merab was the guy to beat him. So he's gaining a lot of things. He's capitalizing on his
UFC obligations too, because Chef Cusco cooked that food for Dana White himself.
Yeah.
So UFC was probably like, hey, Cusco, we'll pay you X amount of dollars to be with Merab.
Probably you're right.
So it's like, dude, easy money. Yeah.
Yeah. But we're seeing this guy everywhere. Built up a great resume. And Sean has the chance of a lifetime again to prove what he's capable of. And it's awesome to see that in him. He's like, I'm out to fucking prove something, dude. Because everyone's doubting him. Ben Askren was talking shit, saying it was a bad move.
Ben, you just said Ben last night, guys. He just says Ben is talking shit. I was like, Ben who? It's like, Ben Askren's such a fucking like, not even in the picture anymore that it's funny to hear that.
Yeah. And I was like, Ben knows a thing or two about bad moves, Jobins. There's that. Usman and Henry were talking all jealous and shit, and then I talked some stuff, but I was like, last time they both got W's, It's been a while.
Yeah, that's true.
But everyone's just doubting Sean. And I'm really excited to see him prove everyone wrong again. Feels just like Boston. When everyone thought Aljamain was the boogeyman, he had no chance, and look what he did. It's exciting. I'm excited,
dude. I honestly hope it just kind of plays out in a similar fashion to the O'Day Osborne fight we saw last night, to where the other guy was such a grappling guy and even tried slamming him, But what happens when O'Day got up? He like slipped that punch right on the button, right on the chin, dude. Dropped his ass and then TKO'd him, and he had to just turtle up. It'd be so sick to see him just withstand whatever grappling Merab throws his way, and then throw a strike back and just take him out, dude. Just fucking sleep him.
Would be insane. I get chills thinking
dude,
about
it.
I get my hands get clammy. You know what I mean? You guys probably know what I mean when you get excited and it's like my heart's like. I told them like, God, Jesus, you might lose me in the streets of New Jersey because I remember being in Boston and my shit. I was like, oh my God, I actually had like a deep nasal breath because my chest started hurting from just running around with everyone. And I said, time out, time out. I was telling myself that. I was like, fuck, you're gonna croak, bro.
Yeah.
Being too excited. I'm too excited now. You know what I mean? And there's so many people that are going to New Jersey. We're going. We got to get our tickets and everything. Jace the Ace is going. I'm sure so many of the OG Jobins are going. Let us know in the comments if you are. I'd like to know. And we'll meet up, definitely. Like, I'm so down to meet up.
That's the guy to beat, dude.
We're going to race. Yeah, I always like to get in on a Thursday. And we typically from Thursday to Sunday. And we get the Sugar Mob going. We chant. We rave. Make things huge. Some would say. You know what I mean? But yeah. Fucking taxes, man. Oh, also Tim's Gym Thursday. This coming Thursday, the mats come. So that's going to be exciting. Get all the mats in there. And then probably that following week, I would imagine classes are going to start in that new gym.
Damn, they already switched the schedule, but then it's going to feel really real when it's
I could be wrong.
New area.
I could be wrong. I mean, I imagine that if we get the mats on Thursday, depending on what time, if we get them early in the morning, that shit's going to be done by 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, maybe even earlier. If they come later. So it's like, dude,
Dude, it's honestly, it's going to be sick, man.
Yeah.
It's so sick to see the growth.
Yeah, we're going to see Tim's making a video. I'm also making a video, guys, that I'll upload on our channel of just like the time warp of everything getting put up. I'm excited. I can't wait. Tim's got it. He did so well, guys. Every fucking part of it. Getting the right people, timing, even how you set it up, like his mind. I remember back when I was a kid remember Ricky?
Mm-hmm.
I would draw out like a bar in like our kitchen and everything, and I would do that shit. Tim does that. And his little map in his head with his own gym, how he takes notes with everything. Bro, the weight room alone, dude, is so sick.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm going to cancel, sadly, I'm going to cancel my Die Hard membership because we have a gym now in our gym. And, dude, he's got that ski thing. That's going to be huge. Which means he's got to lose his fat belly.
Damn. The vision, dude. Like you're saying.
Yeah, he's just got one.
So you're just going to work out. And then what are the diehard guys are always.
Yeah. Dude, he's got hexagon lights. He's got everything you need. Tim knows, and I'm just going to go on and work out. I'll have David be like, all right, we're doing some core shit. It's time to really amp up the core workouts.
Dude, you're going to get shredded.
I know. I'm already, like, I got my back going pretty good. I feel,
hell yeah.
I feel pretty strong. I just want to get rid of this damn belly. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not getting Ozempic. I'm not doing Ozempic. I'm doing it all natural.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes I'm like, I'm going to kind of try Ozempic. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, that one guy on Kill Tony was talking about Ozempic and lost like 100 pounds.
I know. I just get scared of like side effects. I always get scared of like, okay, if I stop doing Ozempic, then what?
Dude, everyone that we know of that's done
It's
Ozempic, I mean, loses weight from it. I'm not recommending it either because who knows, like, I don't know.
And there's I see that picture where it's like the line out the door for pills and surgery to fix the issues, and there's no line to just changing habits like eating and sleeping and being positive. So.
That's deep.
Right? Yeah.
That isn't more important, probably.
Yeah. Yeah. Boom. What you got?
Dude, I got a really good story here, guys.
Oh, my goodness.
Because, dude, I wanted to get a quote. I've been talking to ChatGPT a lot, and I always ask it guys, like, hey, give me a good quote or something.
Mm-hmm.
And I had one from Bruce Lee, and it was, it got me down a Bruce Lee rabbit hole. I'll start with the quote, and then I'll just bring up, like, my thoughts about it. Do not pray for an easy life. Pray for the strength to endure a difficult one.
Yep.
That was pretty deep by Bruce Lee, who died on July 20th of 1973 at 32 years old. And the craziest part about this, guys, is that it's under mysterious circumstances, and the official cause listed was cerebral edema or swelling of the brain. So he basically died of like the worst headache you can think of. And it's like they're blaming it like on this medicine that he took called Equasic, and that it was a reaction to this medicine that he was prescribed. And how many other people died during this time? MLK, Malcolm X, JFK,
Damn.
RFK.
What do you know?
Where's the files on this shit, dude? And to think about the influential force that he's had on society to this day.
Release them.
I want to know what really happened to Bruce Lee.
That's why I love Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Quentin Tarantino. We'll talk about Leo too later. But yeah, I'm sure there's a good rabbit hole.
Doesn't that blow your mind? And what happened to his son?
Yeah.
He gets killed on a set by what should have been blanks.
Yep. That's always blows my mind too.
Hollywood is part of the CIA apparatus. I truly believe that, like, dude, so they took our boy Bruce Lee out.
Yeah.
Another possible, you could even say civil rights kind of figure.
I saw this other video of my rabbit hole videos, and it's on the back of a dollar bill, and it's with the stars and with that eagle, and you can make the devil sign right, and all the points on the star spell out Mason, like the Freemason.
What? See, what the hell is that even about?
The
Freemasons.
Devil. It's just devil shit.
I have no idea about Freemason stuff, and I would like to say I'm a history guy, but I don't know anything about that.
Let's watch a good documentary. We'll learn and we'll talk about it.
Okay, guys.
And then we can get Brendan's opinion. Next pod. Well, yeah. You were saying something else that I wanted to talk about too with that, but I forget. It's already gone.
Yeah. Oh, with the are you talking about with the Bruce Lee passing? Mysteriously like that?
I forgot.
Well, it's okay.
It's over.
Dude, the market volatility, because, guys, I'm in the finance industry, and the market volatility in response to Trump's tariffs have been crazy. On April 2nd, he announced 10% on imported goods, and then 54% on Chinese imports. The market responded. S&P falls by 4.8%, Dow Jones by 4%, and NASDAQ Composite by 6%. And I know that's just a bunch of numbers, but if you invested like 50,000 in like an index fund or something, like 10% of that's gone.
I saw this
Because
thing
it's
this morning
lowered from it. Craziness.
I saw this thing this morning where everyone was down but Warren Buffett.
What?
Yeah.
See, that's
everything's gonna crash. That means he's gonna be smoking a cigarette, good to go. How much cash he got? How much cash he got just underground somewhere probably? Where
you know
the
what's
fuck
the
is
freakiest thing, dude? He lives in the middle of nowhere too.
I bet.
He lives in like freaking Nebraska, his home state.
I bet. Motherfucker's got his own fucking tracks or trucks fucking pulling up with all his shit, or planes or jets or whatever the fuck he needs.
Dude, 100%. Think about how rural of a state that is. He could easily have like a huge bunker under there, and he's got the money for it too. Easy.
I feel like he'd be my little Warren Buffett.
That would be
I was looking
so
at this
sick.
list. I forget the names. It was something, but there was 3 people with the same last name, and they were like 10, 11, 12.
You're probably thinking of the Waltons, the Walmart.
Maybe that was it.
The Walmart
2 guys and a girl?
family. Yeah.
Yeah, that was
I think so.
Bro, I was like, damn.
Dude,
and them
Walmart's a
together,
juggernaut.
yeah, them 3 were all worth like 100 billion plus.
Mhm.
And then you got Elon, who's worth 300 bill. So it's like, damn, that Walmart fam just right there, baby.
Dude, think about how much of an impact they have on society.
And you know what's interesting about that?
Shut there.
Here's a conspiracy theory for you, Jobins. Ever since the drone shit, I swear to God. And if you don't believe me, come to the gym. We'll smoke a joint, and then you can come hang out with us, and you could just look up in the sky. There's drones everywhere at night here, everywhere. I could drive home and you could just see them. And I know I'm like, I know numbers of people just driving their own drones are going on. But guess what else I've noticed? And I've seen articles of it: a drone over Walmart. Now you tell me, Brendan, with what I just told you. I've seen drones over Walmart lately all the fucking time, and they just fucking keep going over it. They'll even stop.
What do you think that's about? Is it Walmart's drones?
Maybe.
Or is it someone trying to like...
That's a good point. I don't know. I was talking about Elon Musk, so I was thinking maybe Elon's doing some shit to Walmart. Who knows?
Well, I mean, he's shooting freaking rockets off into space. I'd never seen like a launch like that to where it covers the sky like that. It literally had me like almost pulling over like, holy hell, like... There's just this huge cloud of like
sperm seed.
It like it's like lighting
it's like
up
a little giant sperm going through the fucking
it's
sky.
lighting up the rest of the sky behind it. Like it's almost like turning it into daytime sky.
Yeah, I was watching.
And you got a ship going forward. Blew my mind.
I don't know how you and Sean both forget that we all were watching that happen in Sean's old backyard. How do you guys forget that?
Dude, honestly, we probably forgot it because something came into the sky and like made us forget. I wouldn't be surprised if I've been contaminated in some way or form, like just from all the crazy shit going on.
Well, I'm pretty sure it's like, I know it seems close, but I'm pretty sure it's like in California where he has that site. So it's far away. It's not that far away, but it's far away. But that's just how.
And it creates that much of a image for you? That's crazy.
Yeah.
Dude, Elon Musk honestly is the scariest person on the planet. I just hope he's a good person. Otherwise, it's over for all of us.
I'm sure. Did you see Henry Cejudo? Papa O'Malley, everyone's not going to like this. But he saved the day.
What'd he do?
He saved the day. And I always applaud. What I love about UFC guys is they can always save the day like this. You'll hear it all the time where a UFC fighter, someone's causing fucking hell, doing violence, whatever, and they just fucking hold them down. Mm-hmm. It's like you don't even know. You don't even know.
Henry Cejudo fucked someone up?
No, so a drunk guy crashed into his neighbor's house at like 70, 80 miles an hour, and Henry was down. It happened down the street from Henry. Mm-hmm. And so he goes up there, and they were going to dip, but he tries to stop him. And the old guy tried to stop him. He punches the old guy, and then fucking Henry, I'm sure, I don't know what all he did. I'm sure he got a couple good lookings in, held the guy down till he came. And then it's Henry, and it's like, and Warlike's like, Henry did what any good Samaritan did. And I'm like, yeah, you never know, but what if, if I don't know what the hell I'm doing, and this, I go over, I'm like, hey, and I just get punched in the face and knocked out, well, then, I didn't really save the day.
Dude, the bystander effect, most people will just watch.
I know, right?
Like statistically studied, like when this has been studied, most people will watch something happen bad to a person.
Right.
That's fucked up.
Yeah.
A true study.
Yeah. And they were talking about because that murder case with that one guy with those college kids. They were saying that a lot of people, when shit like real murder shit's going down, how you freeze. Fuck. I just see you getting murdered when I freeze. I just can't imagine.
Imagine if I'm in this, if like it was a boyfriend girlfriend thing, and you're in the same freaking bed, and you're so shook with fear you can't even move, and then you get stabbed next. Yeah. While you just saw the person you love get killed.
Right.
Someone's endured that. Damn. That is so scary.
It is. It really is. But I know we always hate on Henry, but I thought that was cool. He saved the day.
Would you rather die like that or a huge headache that hurts more than anything you've ever experienced, just like pulsating out of your head? You know, it swelled up to 13% before he died. His brain swelled up to 13% its size before he died. It must have been pressing up against his skull.
Who?
Bruce Lee.
Damn.
He got, dude, it's like JFK got it a little easier than that.
Oh, yeah, that's what I was going to talk about earlier. You know Tim? He told me a story on The Confidential, how he was riding his skateboard at a park and he fell and dinged his head. And then he couldn't see, he had a headache, crawls over to a tree because he knew where the park was with how he felt and fell asleep.
Yeah, okay.
Bro, you're not supposed to do that. That's the one thing you don't do when you get a concussion. You don't go to bed.
Well, you know what, actually? Shannon told me this. She taught me this.
What?
She said that when people have, what's the word? Concussions really bad and they tell you not to go to sleep, it's just so they can monitor the effects or the symptoms of your concussion. Because actually, once you get cleared from the hospital or whatnot, they highly recommend that you fall asleep and get rest.
Well, once they know what's going on.
Yeah, so they just want to know what's going on. So technically, like, it's just really that he didn't get a diagnosis, but it's not like you're telling him. That's just from what she was telling me. It's a very interesting thing.
Well, you know what? I don't forget. You tell me that to Bob Saget, okay? I didn't forget.
Whoa.
I didn't forget. What? Tell me. I didn't. He went right to bed, and we never saw him again.
What industry was he in? You know what I'm saying? Dude, you can't trust any of that shit.
Hey.
And then Gene Hackman?
Yeah. Movie trailers. What do you think about Tron Ares? Starring Jared Leto, came out with a little trailer. Not gonna lie, Jobins, I always liked the original Tron, and then I was excited when that 2010 Tron came out, and I remember kind of being like, it was okay. I remember back then with like the 3D and like the visual effects, it was pretty good for its time. And again, I think this one is, and I like how I just kind of wish it was rated R, and because I like it slicing through everything, and if it got a little violent, but I know it won't. Right. Evan Peters, which wasn't in the trailer, unless I missed him. We need to watch it again. But Evan Peters is going to potentially be the bad guy, plays Julian Dillinger.
Julian Dingler.
Dillinger. I always fuck up names. People, yeah, dude. You know, I don't care. That's why. I don't care. I got AI.
Evan Peters is in it, though. That's
cool. Yeah, plays Julian Dillinger.
I didn't remember him in it.
Same last name as Ed Dillinger, villain from the first film.
Oh.
Yeah. Son coming out for vengeance.
Well, who the hell is Jared Leto playing?
A new guy.
Just a new guy.
See,
it's going to be crap, dude. They can't even like think about this.
I know, I get nervous with Jared Leto.
Well, it's not Jared Leto's fault, but it's like he's typecast as like the safe pick.
Morbius.
Studios are just picking safe picks and then analytical. It's like it's not good though. It's going to be shit. They should have went and took a risk, got some unknown person to be the new Tron guy. So, you know, it's like, hey, there is other people that exist outside of Hollywood.
Music composed by 9 Inch Nails, Brendan. Music composed by 9 Inch Nails, bud. So we're in for a good time.
I know, another safe pick. It's like, hey, guys, your best song was made better by Johnny Cash. Sit down, 9 Inch Nails.
Sean was supposed to be in it.
Yeah,
turned it down.
He probably would made a smart decision. Yeah, he would have been in a shit movie.
His car would have been pink, little pink light going through probably. You know what I mean?
What if it is really good though?
Yeah,
because I do like the Tron setting. It just seems like it's in the real world now. I don't know.
Well, I remember the last one all 3D and Jeff Bridges, and it was all like, ooh. But I'm like, I need a better story. I need a better story than this.
You didn't
decent.
like that one? I actually did. I actually did like that.
I'll go back before this one and watch that one.
You're gonna think that one's a masterpiece
compared
after
to
this one that comes out.
After these movies these days, you're probably fucking.
It's gonna be Morbius times 2.
I like the trailer. So far, the trailer got me a little bit. Let me know,
dude.
Here we go, Jobins, and I'm gonna state it right now. It is stated and stamped. It'll never change. My favorite actor of all time, Leonardo DiCaprio. When I think about my life and I think about all the movies, my first movie ever that I love was Titanic. And I just watched all Leo's movies after that ever since. My parents loved them. Catch Me If You Can, my dad loved, my mom loved. That was a good one. Which I think one battle after another is going to be kind of like a chase film. Directed by Paul. Here's another thing I love about Leonardo DiCaprio. He's collecting the best directors of all times, like fucking Pokemon cards.
Yeah.
He's been in everyone's. And again, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, when I think about it, I'm like, that literally might be one of my all-time favorite movies ever.
Such a good one.
Because Quentin Tarantino, again, one of my all-time favorite directors. And Leo. And Brad Pitt. The whole cast.
It was such,
the whole
such
setting.
a good movie.
It's a masterpiece of a film.
He's just one of those actors that can like get into the role and make it amazing. And he was in Adam McKay's Don't Look Up, an amazing ass movie. Dude,
the way Leo, I'm already sold. The way Leo's already, you can just tell his characters and what he does because he gets, like you just said. And so the way he's running around hunched over in this whole movie, I'm excited.
I think he's going to kill it.
It's going to be incredible. Apparently it's about this like revolutionary cult and this guy. He loses his daughter, so they're out to go get his daughter. And apparently it's going to be like a chase-type movie. And Paul Thomas Anderson opens. Literally, such a good fucking director. Now, has he had some flops? Yeah, and I saw a statement he said.
What flops has he had? I can't even think of it.
What flops has he had? Inherent Vice. Phantom Thread. I didn't see Licorice Pizza.
That didn't do well, though?
Did you see Licorice Pizza?
No.
I think that answers. Did you see any of those movies? Because
Inherent Vice with you.
I saw Inherent Vice. I was so excited for Inherent Vice, and it was so disappointing. I'll go back and give it another chance though, because that was at a time period when I was working at the movie theaters. I was just always at the movie theaters. But I just remember being like, huh. Same thing with Phantom Thread, which wasn't that Daniel Day-Lewis's last movie, and he make another one after that.
Damn, I can't think of the last.
That might have been
his last.
You're going to send Daniel Day with what? Phantom Thread?
Happens to fighters too. Sometimes you don't go out on a win.
It's not 50 Shades Gray here. Okay, all right. And then Licorice Pizza, which looked fun. I got to be honest, I just haven't seen it yet. I would like to watch. Have you seen that one? No? You said no? Has Shannon?
I think so. I think she liked it.
We should watch it. We should watch it before. Yeah. Because I love Paul Thomas Anderson Jobins. I grew up on a lot of his movies. My parents, again, loved them. Boogie Nights. Have you seen Boogie Nights?
That's a good movie with Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah. And, dude, Philip Seymour Hoffman, again, Jobins. One of my all-time favorite fucking...
Dude, William H. Macy's in that movie, too.
You know what makes me sad when I think about this right now is probably Philip Seymour Hoffman and Leonardo DiCaprio probably would have worked together on this film. You never know.
What if they did? Hey, not everyone gets along sometimes.
I know, but
you got two big egos like that?
Philip Seymour Hoffman was literally one of the greatest actors. In his generation, in his time, stamped one of the greatest actors.
Yeah, I agree.
One of the greatest, and we lost him. And a lot of people, I'm sure, like,
well, dude,
I bet if I went, do you know who Philip Seymour Hoffman is? To Tim and Sean, they go, no.
There's some actors, man. It's like, is Leo really the greatest actor of all time? So he's just had the most roles.
In my life.
I mean, his consistency and everything on being awesome is true. But there's other performers out there who maybe deserve the same title.
And I know. I could be a white boy right now. Whatever. I know there's a lot. There's so many. Denzel Washington.
Yeah.
I love Denzel Washington. One of the greatest actors of all time again. Come on. Training Day? Come on. So, I'm just saying in my life, Leonardo DiCaprio. Paul Thomas Anderson movies, though. Magnolia, which he thinks is his best movie that he's ever made. It's a crazy movie. That's a good one. Punch Drunk Love with Adam Sandler. That was for the first time growing up. I remember Adam's, he's just got voted the #1 comedian of all time. Did you see that by the people?
Right before that happening?
No. Now. Oh. South Park kind of did it where they did like their best favorite character. There was like this big vote thing on who's the greatest comedian actor of all time. And he beat Jim Carrey. It came down to him and Jim Carrey.
100% agree with that. He deserves it over
And
Jim.
it's Adam Sandler. And at
Jim's good too.
When Punch Drunk Love came out, I was a kid. And all I knew from Adam Sandler was Happy Gilmore. You know, all the fun, happy fucking Adam Sandler. And then Punch Drunk Love came out. And it was a different tone of Adam Sandler. And I remember being a kid watching them going and just being like, whoa, this is so not Adam Sandler. But that's how good that movie is.
Dude, Adam Sandler's such a good actor.
Fuck yes.
Uncut Gems is an amazing movie too.
It really is.
And it just gives you that stress. That's the only reason I can't like watch it again, because it just gives me anxiety watching him like trying to scrape money together, and
I
like
feel
he
like
has
you
a
could-
gambling addiction going on.
I feel like you could play that kind of character.
Oh yeah.
Because I feel like you're. Do it. I know you could do it.
Yeah,
Come
maybe-
on, just be like how he does his little.
I know.
voice
Just
thing.
let me pay you. Just let me do the job right now, okay? It's 5 minutes left. The game's gonna end soon. I could try it.
I know. Well, that's you know what it is. It's that one movie that I just like hearing you that you love. That's my boy.
Oh, dude, That's My Boy is a legendary Adam Sandler. Yeah, Jim Carrey's never even
Isn't it
come close
hard?
to making something as good as That's My Boy.
Isn't it hard when I'm like, do an imitation? Give me your That's My Boy right now.
Oh yeah. wait.
Yep.
Wait.
See?
Give you a.
Nope.
I didn't drop my beer.
There we go.
I didn't even drop my beer. Ice, wait. Collaborate. No, I stop. Collaborate and listen.
Brendan will get drunk, guys, but when he's drunk and in that vibe of doing the Adam Sandler, oh, it's fucking hilarious. That's where I feel like you would kill it on Kill Tony. If we just got you drunk and we're like, just go out there and talk like the Adam Sandler and just say some shit. You know what I mean? I feel like you'd kill it. Yeah, Punch Drunk Love. And then one of my favorite, again, Paul Thomas Anderson. One of my all-time favorite movies of all times, Jovins, There Will Be Blood. If you haven't seen There Will Be Blood, sit down one night, clear your mind, only focus on that movie. It's so damn good.
Mm-hmm. And it's quotable too.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
I drink your milkshake.
I drink it up. I remember watching that movie, Shoutout Rezo, Josh, with my buddy for the first time, and I was like, Daniel Day-Lewis is the greatest actor. Again,
Ooh, see that?
Hold on.
Whoa.
He's older. He's older than Leo.
Performance is crazy.
He's older than Leo.
Yeah.
Leo's generation, it's not much. Different generation. You know what I mean? Come on. Gangs of New York, dude, they went head to head.
Oh my God,
that was the battle of Leo and Daniel Day-Lewis at the time. Come on.
They're almost like, you
Young
could say
Leo.
they're equals in a way.
He's older. In his generation, that's almost like in the 90s. Dude, what's that one movie? Where he plays the Indian.
Oh, The Last of the Mohicans.
Last of the Mohicans in the 90s, dude.
You know who you need to show respect to?
I guess he was competing with Mel Gibson, right? Who's a better actor, Mel Gibson or Daniel Day-Lewis? I love you, Mel, but I'm saying Daniel Day-Lewis.
What about, you don't even bring up Sir Anthony Hopkins?
He's way fucking older than Daniel Day-Lewis.
Another legendary actor.
Dare you? Yeah.
The performances that man can put
I know.
out. There's actors all over
You're
the place,
right.
dude, that have amazing performances.
There should be a chart for the greatest actor of the 20th century. But is that not the 90s? It's got to be the 20th century. But
I honestly think Leo still gets it, in my opinion. Just the amount of roles he's had that are great.
But again, if you haven't seen There Will Be Blood, Paul Thomas Anderson, Daniel Day-Lewis, Paul Dano, who I fucking love.
Paul Dano's so funny.
And he was in the Seth Rogen episode. He opens
in
it
the
up.
studio.
Oh my God. That was one of the funniest things ever. I love Paul Dano so much, dude. Ever since The Girl Next Door. I don't know why, but he was that nerdy friend. I'm like, I got so many of those nerdy friends. Like, I love this guy. He's funny. And he's just getting bullied around, pushed into shit all the time. And then he went on. And then Little Miss Sunshine. That's such a good movie.
And he's such a good actor, like, because I felt so bad for him, dude.
Because he was colorblind.
Dude. He would be in the Air Force.
I was telling Tim and Sean, I'm like, I wish you guys really understood my knowledge of movies and how deep I go. Because you guys got your books and your Jocko books and everything.
There's some deep quotes in there.
Oh, I know. I love Jocko books. I'm just saying. They were reading books. I was reading books too, but just not that shit. I was reading Harry Potter's and fucking shit. But I was watching movies. We were watching movies. We're day ones. You know? There Will Be Blood. And then The Master. Again, Joaquin Phoenix, Philip Seymour Hoffman.
That's a great movie.
That was kind of like one of my last favorite movies of him. So I think Leo's going to bring it back. That's what I think.
Dude, Leo's got this in the bag, dude. He's going to be a great... And just like the other movie that he just had, even though it was a little long, with Martin Scorsese, the Flower Moon one. That's an amazing movie.
Guess what?
What?
Look it up, Jobins. One battle after another on YouTube. Paul Thomas Anderson, Leonardo DiCaprio. Who else is in it? I thought I wrote down who else is in it. A former member of the revolutionary group seek help from the revolutionaries to find his missing daughter. Sean Penn, Benicio del Toro, Regina Hall. Good cast.
That is a lot.
Guess what? 2 hours and 50 minutes.
It's going to be long as hell again.
Yep. I love it, and I'm down for it. Leo's got some good movies coming out, too. He's got a whole bunch.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we got some good. He's at that age now. We're at the old Leo age now, Jobin, so he can play so many things now. You got to remember when Amazing Actors, they got the young Leo era.
Dude, he still feels like young Leo every day, dude.
He's in that grown man Leo. 40s, 50s. I'm a grown man. So we're going to get all those kind of movies, you know? And then eventually we get the Anthony, not old man Leo, you know? Which I'll probably, in those times of our lives, I'll be very sad.
Dude, Leo's going to be 80 years old and still dating 18, 19-year-olds.
Fuck. Yeah. That's the one part that I just don't, I'm going to separate the artist from the.
He kills it. He's such a good actor. Who cares?
I know. A lot of people hate that, dude. It is weird.
I didn't mean to be like the guy that does it.
Damn it, Brandon. Damn you.
Dude. You know what I've been in love with, though, watching with you?
What?
Paul American on HBO.
Absolutely, Jobins. Love or hate him, right? It's a great show. And here's the thing. I'm a big fan of Jake Paul. Mm-hmm. I like Logan, but I'm a big fan of Jake Paul. And how can, when you see the success story of their life and everything, I can't hate on it. As they just got to be, it'd be nice if they're, I don't think Jake is a problem, really. I worry about Logan because there's all the shit online about the crypto shit and all that kind of stuff. And
dude, if he's you know what? He needs to cozy up with Trump now. Dude, then he can just get pardoned.
As long as they're good people, which I think Jake Paul's a good person, and he's funny as hell. He says all the funniest shit. He's working hard.
Dude, they both work really hard, and they're both entertainers.
Bro, I put myself in their shoes. I'm like, dude, if we did that kind of shit, it'd be so lit. It's so sick.
What do you think of doing a reality show like that? Because it's not even that much of a stretch for them because they're already reality stars. It's just like they're doing the same thing.
Another day, and that's what's crazy. Look at the things that they're achieving.
Like having his announcement of his daughter being born and then having Jake Paul guess it like that on camera. And they're so used to the cameras being on them that you never notice them looking at the camera.
Right. Like
they are professional even when they're just at the biggest event of their life, dude. Right.
And Jake Paul's girlfriend, dude, she's so freaking beautiful. Well, now I guess fiance. She's so beautiful. She's a badass.
And she's an Olympic gold medalist herself, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know gold medalist. She's training there.
How more badass. And they had to do the long distance relationship while they both achieve their dreams. Like, dude, can't hate on that. That's fucking gangster.
That's a gangster family,
dude.
And then their house that they're just around and everything.
The unhinged father. It just draws me back.
Oh yeah, Greg is a character, dude.
We were looking on HBO Max every day, waiting what the fuck when's the new episode?
Dude, I like the family dynamics too. Just they really are brothers at the end of it all.
Yeah.
Even though they get in fights and stuff.
Logan's got that big inflated older ego brother, and I feel bad for Jake Paul. Brendan wants to sit there and go, "You're so Logan," and I'm like, "No, I'm Jake Paul." Because Jake, he's just trying to be successful too, and his big brother gets in the way and shit.
At one point, his fiance, Jake Paul's fiance, is like, all Jake Paul wants is Logan's approval.
Yeah,
and he shuts him down.
You have my approval. I love you. I want you to go on Kill. I think if you went on Kill Tony, you would succeed, and I'd be there with fucking flowers. Yeah,
I appreciate that.
I don't want to make you cry.
No, it's a funny show though. I like the Paul American.
I think if I'm Logan in any way, you son of a bitch, it's just the big brother bullying. But that's brother bullying. You fucking when I poke you and stuff, and then you go and you punch me. Do I go and punch you back? No, I let you beat me up. That's just big brother. You know what I mean?
That's exactly what Logan would say.
Yeah. Well, no.
That's exactly what Logan Paul would have said.
Because that one thing in the first episode was fucked. And I wouldn't have done that.
Oh, are you talking about
where he was like trying to get in the way of the Mike Tyson boxing match.
Oh no, I wasn't thinking about that.
Yeah,
I was thinking about when they were younger, and he took Jake Paul's girl in a rap video, a shitty rap song too, honestly,
dude.
But took his girl and was basically like, "I'm hitting it now." That's so savage.
You think I would do that?
If we could go back in time, I'm like, dude, that is crazy.
Both clapping cheeks like that, famous. You think I'd do that?
I would hope not.
I would hope not.
I would hope not.
But bro, if me and you, God, can you imagine if me and you just had rap videos of when we were younger, just going through phases of being mad at each other? Be fire.
Dude, Jake Paul can look at his brother and know that guy has taken his girl and slept with her.
It's comical to go back and watch that. But I wish I had that with you.
Damn.
I don't think I'd do that.
Yeah, we should make diss rap videos.
Diss rap, just be act like we're mad. Just start making some diss rap.
Yeah. No, I'll get really mad and I'll
Brendan
be like,
left the Brendan Schmidt show. Yeah, that's all I got.
Utilities are late. That's why I gotta be pissed and hate. How much you expect me to wait?
Johnny Depp in you.
I called out others on this fucking thing.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
No. I think it'd be great. I think it'd be good content.
Yeah.
Especially if we had you in like some fucking sick outfits and you were fucking pissed rapping.
Wouldn't that be funny?
It'd be fire.
Rapping foreclosures and we just go up to homeowners and stuff and be like, knock and knock. Guess what? You gotta leave and we got the locks because you're out of your house. You didn't pay your bills.
Yeah. Or if we just made rap videos like that against Marab or anyone who's fighting Sean.
I don't want to give that guy any more light
Yeah.
than he's already gotten.
I'm staying cool, collected, calm, cool, collected this time around.
Dude, do you think this time around there's going to even be any shit talk, or is it just going to be kind of like just laser focused the whole time through?
Well, I know there's a press conference going on pretty here soon, and I'm very excited for that. I think Sean's going to keep it cool, calm, collected too, because again, he's got something to prove. So I don't think he's there to talk shit and be all like, oh, blah, 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 make excuses. I think he's there to respect Marab and really focus on the task at hand, which is all we can do right now.
If Marab comes up to you and he pulls you and he says, let's take a picture, are you going to take a picture with him?
No. We did enough of me and Marab content for now.
I'm kidding. Yeah,
I know.
No, I'll respect, though. It's all respect. I'm just joking.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we did that. It was time for respect. Now we're weeks out. We can count down the weeks now. Now we're in battle preparation time. It's battle preparation time, yeah. And we're going to find comfort in the scrambles, yeah. And it's going to be sheer focus.
You know what I say?
No distractions.
The boys should do? They should make the next gym on top of one of these mountains. That way we have
like
an American
like the
mountain.
Dagestanians?
Exactly. And then we could be like, and then the UFC guy would be like,
Well,
and
then-
now they train on top of the Arizona Camelback Mountain.
Well, then we might as well
2,000.
we might as well make a fucking camp at fucking Mount Everest or some shit. Base camp.
It would be lit. And then on top of that, you
Fight
got
camp at base camp of Mount Everest.
him driving up in his Lambo and shit. And we all got Andrew Tate level cars.
Mhm.
They drive up every morning at 3 a.m. like Ashton Hall.
God. What I'm really excited about, though, Jobins, finally, after such a long time, South Park is back. And, oh, boy, I wish it made me go, damn, we should do live reactions to trailers and all that kind of stuff. Because that one got me. I was clapping and standing up at the end of the South Park trailer.
I like that they're not holding back, and they never do. So I just hope
It
just
doesn't
as
seem
funny.
like they're going to fucking miss a beat. Everything that's happened since they've been gone, they're not going to miss a beat.
Do you see him tear down the Statue of Liberty, and it's
Oh,
the
dude.
Canadians doing it?
There's going to be a big violent war with Canada. Kyle's got turkey flu. Fucking P. Diddy's flying around chasing the boys in space, and then there's shit everywhere at the mansion. It's going to be a lot. Butters is working. The planes are exploding and falling out of the sky, and Butters is working at the thing. It's going to be a fucking
Do
good
you
season.
think, bro, it would be dangerous for us to have MAGA clothes on in Canada? Especially because we had those Canadian guys that were Nick's homies on the pod, and one of them, the one in the mask, was saying that he would kill Americans if they came over.
Oh, yeah, no, thank God we're friends with him.
Yeah.
Thank God we got him on our side, because if the war happens and he walks down our street, he might turn the other way. He might turn the other way when no one else notices.
Dude, a
And
Red
we
Dawn remake, and
we
it's
might-
Canadians
Yeah.
instead.
We might be able to make it. Yeah, dude, Joe Rogan, he was like, I'm not going to the is it 314 that's in Canada? No, that's in Miami. Yeah. No. What event was it? Just his past one? There's an event at Canada. I think it might have been the last one or something. That Joey's like, I'm not going to Canada. It's like, damn.
They're probably pissed off about all the tariff stuff going on.
Fuck yeah, everyone is.
And then South Park's making fun of it now.
I can't wait. I cannot wait, guys. It's gonna be so fucking exciting.
You know what's scary though? What if like war does happen or some crazy shit? And like the South Park, do you think Trey and Matt would feel bad that they like were making jokes about a huge war happening?
Dude,
like in their show before it happens?
Come on. They have made so many jokes about things
that have already happened.
Forever. Yeah.
What if it was like
they're in a way where they just show us how dumb we are. That's how South Park's always been. South Park has just been a reflection of our stupidity. That's how I've always viewed it.
Just like Grand Theft Auto, dude.
Fucking Mark would always say that I was Cartman. I'm like, God damn it. I'm like, I am not Cartman. Just because I'm upset being called Cartman doesn't mean, oh yeah, Schmitty is Cartman. It's just, do I have Cartman tendencies? I think we all do.
Yeah, I think we all do.
I think we all might have a little bit of Cartman tendencies.
Don't include the rest of us in this.
Okay, Kyle. Okay, Stan.
Yeah.
Mr. Stan.
Hey, dude, Stan's a good character at the end. Well, no, he sucks too.
All right, we got 4 of us in the house. If I'm Cartman, you're Stan. Brock's definitely Kyle. And then Chris is definitely Kenny.
I was going to give Chris Butters.
Oh, dude. Butters is... dude, who's your favorite character in South Park? Because mine, it's... I always loved Eric growing up. But as an adult now, it's Randy's my number 1 favorite.
There's a top 5 for me. Randy's pushed the most, but he is number 1 for me.
He's just every person's like anything stupid you ever done in your life. That's what Randy does.
Dude, honestly,
and the way you think about things, and then you're like so wrong. How many times have you thought you're so right, but you're so wrong? That's Randy, and I love him.
Tally too is like one of my favorites.
Oh, I know.
And they pair up together. Dude, for Integrity Farms.
Integrity Farms. One of the most genius things ever, bro. I fucking love South Park so much. Trey Parker, Matt Stone. I love them.
Damn. And
we grew up on that basketball, dude.
Jimmy, too, is one of my favorites. Jimmy's hilarious.
Yeah. And it's crazy because I bet Tim and Sean have watched 0 South Park. Isn't that crazy?
Do you think so?
Yeah. Dude, I remember going to Blockbuster and starting my South Park, buying my South Park on DVDs, and they'd come in that cool bundle.
At Blockbuster?
Yeah, dude.
Dude, that's so sad to think about. Wow, that's a long time ago that
we're old,
you
brother.
were first collecting those.
I know.
Now you probably need to collect them on like Blu-ray.
I know.
If it's DVD.
Bro, just like I said, time flies. 2007 is when I started watching UFC. Look at this shit now. What the fuck? Time's crazy, dude. Time is fucking crazy. Sadly, rest in peace, Val Kilmer, dude. That one hit. We've all known he's been sick for a long time. He's been battling throat cancer forever, and he's fought like hell. And again, it's like, dude, just like I was watching that documentary of Christopher Reeves, and that dude fought. I feel bad because it's like, damn, Eminem made fun of Christopher Reeves, and I was listening to that shit growing up, and then I'm like, damn, Christopher Reeves was a fucking gangster. And he fought so hard because, when you play those kinds of characters, who knows how that feels when you play a symbol of someone who's much greater than you. And then you walk around and everyone knows you as that person. He was Superman for 4 movies of like big time. You know what I mean? Back in the day, it was him. And then he fucking gets paralyzed riding a horse. It's like, oh, dude.
That is such an iconic role that he had, too.
And, dude, Val Kilmer. Dude, growing up as a kid, Jobins, 1995 is when Batman Forever came out. I was 3. Obviously, probably the year or 2 later is when I was watching it. 4 years old was probably when I was like remembering watching it. We had the McDonald's mugs that came out, the frosted mugs, which I'm like, dude, I wonder what happened to those. Those might be packed away somewhere in my basement. Do you remember those? Or because my boy was born in 1995.
Yeah, dude, I don't remember those.
The year you were born, Val Kilmer made Batman Forever, and that was, as a kid, that was my favorite one growing up. And when I was older, I was like, dude, Batman Forever, Batman Returns.
It's so crazy that he only had one time with the cape.
Oh, I know. Well, dude, that was like what happened after Michael
Keaton.
Michael Keaton did the first 2, and then George Clooney also did one. Batman Forever was the first one. Batman Forever, George Clooney. And was that it? Or was there another person? I think that was it. And then up until Christian Bale.
Wow.
Yeah,
Dude,
I could be wrong, but I
Christian
think so.
Bale's another actor, dude. That's like, man, he could be even considered greatest.
I was going, dude. It made me so sad. No one at the gym knows who Val Kilmer is. I'm like, how the fuck? I'm like, he was the man back in the day, dude. But again, like that was like That's why he was in Top Gun with Tom Cruise. It's like those guys back in the day making all those movies.
Mm-hmm.
They were just all competing.
Tom Cruise.
65 years, dude. First movie was in 1984. Can you imagine? That was so long ago.
Yeah, it is. 1984. That's even before my brother was born.
Right? And he was just fucking the man. And then Top Gun came out in 1986. Third movie. And your third movie's Top Gun with Tom Cruise. And he played Iceman.
He's pretty cool.
Yeah. And now it's like, I'm sure, oh, dude, it's going to be hard going back to watch the other Top Gun now. Because he dies in that.
He does, man. Well,
but again, what a legend. That's what I was trying to say, dude. I interrupted you. I'm sorry.
No, dude.
Willow, 1988.
He kills it in Willow.
Willow, and you love. I couldn't get into the series.
It's terrible. The show is awful. Don't even watch it. Disney ruins everything.
But if you haven't watched Willow, Jobins, you got to go back and watch that one. Warwick Davis, I think the whole.
Honestly, dude, don't even watch the new ones because I can't even watch Willow anymore.
The original Willow, no.
It's just tarnished completely.
No.
They brought him back and they slaughtered his whole story. Oh, it's terrible.
I know. I wonder if I'm pretty sure there's something with the never-ending story that's getting developed.
Oh,
I wonder
God.
how that's.
Hopefully they don't bring any original people in.
I know, because those like magical fucking adventure movies from back in the day, there was just something about them. The look, how they looked, the grinding, just everything. The way they even made movies back then. It's like you just move on.
When you put Warwick Davis in the movie though like that, it just makes it too real for me. So it's just like, even when I watch the old one,
he's a goat too, man.
I'm like, oh, it's shit.
I know. It's like, make another Leprechaun. What if they made another, like a remake of Leprechaun with Warwick Davis?
Did you see that they made that Leprechaun without Warwick Davis and it was another small person?
I didn't.
Yeah, dude, it went under the radar, but that's a real movie.
That's because, again, the times. Leprechaun with Jennifer Aniston, that movie is that movie scared the fuck out of me as a kid, but I always wanted to go back and watch it again. I don't know what the hell's wrong with me.
Mm-hmm.
Were you like that? Or like, would you watch a scary movie and never want to watch it again?
Usually it was the latter because I'd get so scared. Like when I watched The Ring for the first time with my brother and then he freaking calls the home phone and trying to tell me I'm going to die.
That was at the age when I'm like, I don't feel nothing. Like, this doesn't scare me. Like a couple of jump scares, but that was back when like jump scares would still kind of get me, you know?
Mm-hmm. Dude, jump scares still can get you. Chill out.
It's gotta be. You have to make it so believable. Nosferatu was so shit. Like, can we get something actually scary? What was that movie? Presence. And then look at like the end of the trailer. You're going, oh my god.
Yeah. Ooh, let's shake some stuff.
Yeah. Why can't we get something scary like The Exorcist, like the way shit would look, and just get that with like a simple haunting?
Dude,
house?
what are you talking about? Clown in the Cornfield's coming out soon. That's gonna be so scary.
Yeah. Nothing.
Jump scares out the wazoo.
Is that just because you get older and it just doesn't happen? Is there people that get our age that are so I don't know. But yeah, The Doors. Back to Val Kilmer. The Doors, 1991, when he played Jim Morrison. You ever seen that?
Mm-mm.
You probably haven't seen most of these movies.
No, not really.
My dad liked this one, Tombstone.
I've seen Tombstone.
Yeah, my dad liked that one.
He's good.
Me, Batman Forever. Again, I had the car. I slept in a Batman mobile. I had the sheets. I had the pillows. I had the cups. That was the Batman.
That's sad, dude.
I know, dude. Heat, 1995. Brenda's never seen fucking Heat. It's on Netflix or whatever. We're gonna watch that.
It looks cool.
I know. You need to see that. The Island of Dr. Moreau. A lot of people don't like that movie.
A little weak too, and I feel like how he gets taken out is kind of weak too.
Not Val Kilmer. What's his name? Caused hell on that movie.
Oh yeah. Another legend. Marlon Brando.
He caused hell on that movie, so that's probably all his fault. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But even Val Kilmer, like, making fun of him in the movie is pretty funny. And it's the elevator shaft scene when everything's just gone to hell. And he's kind of like, fuck. It's like, pretty sure it's his death scene in the film. And when he's sitting in that chair.
Yeah.
And he's talking. He's like, he's fucked up. He knows it's all bullshit. And he's making fun of the older guy. Like, that's just Val, dude.
And then he gets
What's
Take it
crazy
out.
is he was such a good voice actor, dude. And it's like, damn, to get throat cancer and shit.
He was a voice actor too?
Yeah, dude. Like in a lot of his movies, he just not in like Top Gun and like action movies, but he did different Batman.
Oh no, I was thinking like animated wise. When you say
He did.
voice actor.
He did Planes back in the day, the animated Planes movie.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Never seen
He
that.
did.
I've never seen that one.
we were again. We were probably in middle school or some shit, and he did other things, but he implemented different voices. Red Planet. Have you ever seen Red Planet?
Ooh, that's a good movie.
Yeah,
I've
that's
seen
one
Red
that
Planet.
I'd like to rewatch because
I've
I've
seen Red Planet.
That was another movie that scared the shit out of me as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
It was very scary. Do you remember that? Were you scared?
Oh
by
my
that?
god, the scene where he takes off the helmet.
Yeah.
And he just dies right there.
Was it a death or was it a dream?
He goes.
It was a dream. Yeah.
No, he's floating away because they can't get to him.
Yeah.
Because he's not attached anymore.
Oh, yeah.
So he's floating in the space.
Scared the fuck out of me as a kid.
Would you be able to pull your helmet off like that, or would you just starve to death in there? Because he knew he's gonna die.
I'd probably starve to death.
Oh, and he says like "I love you" or
I'd
something.
probably be too scared to take the helmet off. But then I'm so dude.
Oh
fuck.
god, it would probably be so painful.
If you haven't seen Red Planet, go watch Red Planet, Jovens. That's a good one. Kiss Kiss Bang Bang.
That's a good movie too.
Good movie.
I remember watching that with you.
Deja Vu. I forgot he was in Deja Vu, and I'm watching the trailer. I was like, oh shit, he was in that movie.
That trailer is pretty epic for that movie. We were
I
just
know.
watching that the other day. He was like, "What if you could go back in time?"
We could see 4 days in the past. What if they know some shit? What if that like in the future, like now apparently it could be a false article, but they could AI can see through walls now with fucking detectors,
I mean, if you have predictive programming,
heat detectors type shit.
Oh, really? He
Yeah,
detected.
it was
Oh.
a whole bunch of shit. It was a lot to read. I was just like, damn. I was like, well, that's interesting. Scrolled right through. But yeah,
I mean, AI is going to take over like that, so I wouldn't be surprised if they have the capabilities to do that soon.
remember he played that Blunt Man in Jay and Silent Bob reboot too. Just small, very
Oh,
small.
yeah, that's
role.
right.
But it
looks
was like-
pretty old in that too.
But that's what Kevin Smith does. That's why I love Kevin Smith so much. Is as even though as successful Kevin Smith is, he's still a fan, and he's just a fan at heart of everything that he does and the people. He had a huge, awesome in memoriam post about Val Kilmer because he was a big Val Kilmer fan. So and that was kind of like a we love you, Val. We love you.
Val is a legend.
Dude, got it. And that's why I was like, damn, no one fucking knows who Val Kilmer is. That's just insane to me.
He just didn't have as many roles the older he got.
Yeah. Throat cancer, dude. Who knows? I don't know exactly what year, but I know it's been a long time that he's been battling it.
And it's cool that freaking Kevin Smith had him on that movie too.
Yeah.
Kevin Smith is one of my idols too, dude. Like,
Dude.
complete legend.
They just got put in Call of Duty,
I know, I saw that.
which is Jopens. So I don't know if you know this. I've talked about it once before on the pod. Before I moved out here with Sean, back when we were gaming all the time and I was real into Twitch, I would go into Jason Mewes chat all the time too, just because he's our hero. Like, dude, they're one of our heroes. And I'd go in there and hype him up, and then he asked me to game with him one time. I think I got to game with him 2 times. I forget. I know I played multiple games with him, but a Fortnite. And just getting to talk with him and play with him, one of the coolest experiences ever. That's where it's like, damn, this life is weird and crazy.
That's where, too, I feel like Kill Tony is missing an opportunity on getting guests like Kevin Smith, Seth Rogen, Judd Apatow,
Oh my
Adam
God.
Sandler. I mean, I think Adam Sandler was on it.
Jason Mewes on Kill Tony would be awesome.
Yeah, dude, it'd be fun.
Would be awesome. Dude, Kill Tony, Jobins is, if you're watching our pod before you watch the Netflix, the Netflix special comes out tonight on Monday.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
I've become a big fan of it, even though there's some times where it's like I want to look away from the car crash that's happening
Yeah.
on stage.
And sometimes the shit, you got to have a big ego in comedy, right? I'm sure there's probably a lot of big egos in the comedy world. We've heard some stories about some other people, but sometimes the shit he says about himself, but it's funny, right? And it's almost like he does it. It's like he's doing it. He'll just sit, because he also has that chair that looks out to his big Batman or Superman chair that he's got. Have you seen that?
No, I don't think I have.
In his studio apartment or whatever it is that he has, he's got this big ass chair that outlooks, and he says he sits there, and that's where he writes his comedy, which is awesome. I'm jealous. It's cool.
And he's not even that old either. I
Yeah.
looked it up.
Oh,
He's like
dude.
1980. He's like same age as my brother.
In my head, I'm like, dude, Kill Tony's going nowhere ever. This is like,
Dude, he
Forever.
is a big name.
dude, Kill Tony
For
can go
sure.
for. That's something that could just be forever.
He like legitimizes comedians.
And it's so funny. I'm addicted to it. Every Monday night I'm watching
that Japanese guy they got on there is so funny.
He's hilarious, dude. And then even I love when people bomb. And even the people that are so horrendous and it just pisses Tony off. And he goes, God, you are just fucking awful. Like,
yeah, one of them was like, I don't like you. I just want to let you know how much I don't like you.
Dude, there's some people say some of the weirdest shit up there that's like, dude, you're weird.
Yeah.
It's like you really get like true people's colors when they come out and they say jokes. It's like, what the fuck were you thinking?
You know, it's like, dude, they always talk about society. It's like, oh, yeah, we got to talk about mental health and like being supportive of each other. But it's like sometimes you got to tell someone they're fucking weird.
Yeah. Or that they might, it's like maybe they should get some help before they do this. Fuck. But yeah.
I'm nervous someone's going to go snap on that stage, dude.
I always envisioning like, I don't know, crashing out up on Kill Tony or something about being pissed off about something. But dude, you see those people and it's gotta be tough to go up there. And I bet a minute feels like forever when you're up there.
Oh, definitely.
It seems so fucking short while we're watching, but I bet.
Especially if you don't have anyone clapping or laughing.
Oh,
and
that's
it's just dead silence, crickets.
That's a frame by frame moment of life right there.
Ew.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jeez.
UFC 314 this weekend, guys. Holy shit. I can't tell you how excited I am. I haven't been this excited for a card in a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Very long
Pay-per-views
time.
are always fire. This one's big.
Top to fucking bottom. We'll start with the early prelims real quick. Boom, because I want to hear you. I want to know your predictions.
On everyone, including...
We're going to go. Hold on. I think I wrote them all right.
If
yeah,
I didn't.
I didn't do early prelims. I just did prelims in the main card.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, there's a lot of early prelims we don't really know.
Start with the Darren Elkins. You go.
Ooh, Darren Elkins versus Julian Erosa.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, I heard that Julian Erosa trains with Aljamain and those guys because they were saying like that he was a good like sparring partner to like mimic Sean, if I'm not mistaken, that I had heard before. But Darren Elkins is really durable and tough.
I like the early prelims, right? Because there's a lot of vets, seasoned vets that are still holding on. And I don't know. I think 29-11 Darren Elkins, dude. When I think of Darren Elkins, I'm thinking of a brawl. Someone's getting bloody. It's going to be fucking violent. And then when I think of Rosa, that motherfucker's going to submit, right? He's coming out to submit.
Julian Erosa is going to win the fight, I think.
You think that?
I
That's
think
what
first or second round. Darren Elkins literally says damage on his chest. He prides himself off taking abuse, and he's old now.
I know. That's the one thing. But hey, if he's still got it, dude.
I like Darren too, but
it's almost someone I'd like Darren. And I don't want to see it because bare knuckle's so damn violent. But it's like I bet he would do good in bare knuckle.
I don't.
Dude, when he starts to bleed is when he takes over. That's why he's the damage.
He's gonna get slapped probably, dude.
God, not that long ago. Well, I guess it has been some time. Probably like 7 years ago is when he was like, dude, I'm nervous.
That's a good fight to start off the prelims, though.
I know, right? I want Darren Elkins to win, but like you said, I think the other guy might win. I'm nervous. Jim Miller, Chase Hooper. I like this fight for Chase Hooper, man, but Jim Miller, dude, again, one of the goats.
He's getting absolutely annihilated first round. First round submission from Chase.
That's what you want. That's what you would.
Dude, it's easy peasy, bro. Jim Miller should have retired 3 fights ago.
We're going to count him out here, and he's going to shock the world.
Against Chase Hooper, fan favorite Chase Hooper.
Jim Miller's going to shock the world and go on a couple more fights. And just keep setting more records
you
of
know,
being here.
Dana White and Shelby, they just love lighting checks on fire.
Yeah.
They're going to be, that's the match to make, dude, for Chase.
Chase looked good in his last fight, too, didn't he?
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure.
He crushed whoever it was.
I forget, but I'm pretty sure he looked pretty good.
Jim Miller? Dude, that's a tough fight for Jim.
I know, seasoned vet. I am going Chase Hooper. Next.
The next one's actually pretty good too.
I know.
Women's strawweight. I know a lot of people talk down on the women's divisions, but Yan Jionan, the Chinese fighter, she did a really decent job against Wei Zhilin.
Yeah.
So I think that she's gonna edge out.
There were people
Verna Jandiroba.
There was people that thought that she was gonna beat her. There was hype.
She did get beat at the end of that fight, though.
Yeah.
So, but I think, hey, that's a good fight for her.
I know the other girl. I think she's gonna get it, dude. I like her. I like both these girls, but I'm more rooting for Verna For how do you say her?
Virna?
Yeah, Virna.
She's the one with the lazy eye, right? That sees the other way.
Oh yeah,
she looks scary. She looks like a real fighter for sure.
She's fun, dude. They're both fun, but I want her to win. But then I'm like, damn, I think the other girl's gonna win, but I want. Yeah.
We'll see who's stronger. Because I feel like Yao, when she fought Zhang Weilin, she just was like not as strong.
They just go out and brawl.
They need to do something, man. Make that division freaking on fire. Let's see it.
And then this one's one I'm really fucking excited about. Sean Woodson versus Dan Ige. Huge fight for Sean Woodson.
Huge fight.
You can't take Dan Ige fucking light. You got to be fucking focused against Dan Ige. He's going to come out, puts the pace till the bell.
Sean's good, dude.
He is, dude. He's so fucking big. So like he's getting better.
He's tall.
He's done nothing but progress. Kind of silently too, which I like. He's kind of like that silent ninja that's going to come up and I think get the belt.
If anyone could do the upset though, it's Dan 50K Ige.
Well, dude, he's so fucking tough. That's why it's the biggest fight of his life on a big card like this, and I believe in numbers. When you're from St. Louis and you got 314 and you're on that bitch against a guy like Dan Ige, this is the moment to shine, baby.
314 for my 314.
Yep.
Oh, it goes so hard.
Let's go.
Sean Woodson's gonna knock out Dan Ige.
I know. That's why in a little bit.
First round knockout.
I want to be kind of like a hypocrite here, but yes, very excited for St. Louis. Let's go, Sean Woodson. This one now on what I like with the main card, Jobins, there's 3 underdogs that I think are pretty good. I think they're great. Dominic Reyes, Pitbull, and Bryce Mitchell.
Is Bryce Mitchell the underdog?
I'm pretty sure. That's what I remember. I'm pretty sure it was him. Because Patty's the favorite, and Lopez. Or no, hold on. Yeah, Lopez was the underdog. Maybe that was it. Which is a good one.
Yeah, it's a good fight. I would.
There's some good underdogs to bet on this one. Dominic Reyes, man, if he comes back with a vengeance, guys, it's a big fight against fucking Nikola Krylov.
Dominic Reyes looked good in his last fight too.
He did, dude.
He beat Anthony Smith.
If he could come back with vengeance, if there's a spark back in him, because dude, before he fought John Jones, he looked so damn good, and then John Jones just put a fucking stop to that. And who knows what that can do to you mentally? You know what I mean? Maybe that didn't put him in the right place at the right time for a little bit. And if he's got that spark back and it's maybe some old Dominic Reyes, some shit.
No shit, dude.
It'd be exciting. I'd be excited.
He's got a tough fight, though. Nikita Krylov, no joke. Yeah. He submitted Ryan Spann last, but it was a while back on March 11th.
30-9, dude. It's a good, pretty damn good. 39. 14-4, Dominic Reyes.
I think Dominic Reyes has every chance. Like he's gonna
be on my parlay. Yeah, he's gonna be on my parlay. Yair Rodriguez versus Patricio Pitbull. Again, an underdog, but I like this one, guys, because this is a guy later in his career. He's been around forever, always been a dog, and he's finally getting the opportunity to be in the UFC on a big moment, big card. I'm sure that feels so fucking good, so exciting. I don't think Pitbull's the guy to fold the pressure. I think a moment like this for a guy getting in the UFC is just going to fucking fuel it. And against Yair Rodriguez, come on.
Who do you think has the better stand-up between the two?
Well, maybe not better. It's just maybe more of a calculated Yair Rodriguez. Maybe you would just say that Yair Rodriguez is a more calculated
He's
striker.
the younger fighter, and he's 5'9", to the older 37-year-old Pitbull, who's 5'4", which I love. I love my short kings.
Pitbull's coming to brawl. And Yair comes to brawl too, but I would say maybe more in a more calculated way. What do you think?
I think Yair is going to dismantle
Decision.
Patricio.
Decision win. Yair. If he went out, it'd be great. Like, damn, Yair just finished Pitbull. Fuck.
Pitbull's tough.
Woo.
But this is a tough fight.
I think that's gonna be a fun fight. I think it's gonna be.
Yair's hella good.
I think it's gonna be a real fun fight. So you got so far we're 1-1. Okay. Bryce Mitchell versus John Silva.
This one's tough.
I know, because guess what? There are things that Bryce says that I didn't like and don't agree with, but for some reason, I want him to win this fight. What are you guys? What are you? Silva's been looking really impressive, too. He's explosive right now. He goes out there and starches Bryce Mitchell, and it's like, okay, next.
Dude, if you can take out Drew Dober, you can take out anyone in that weight class.
Yeah. Drew Dover's such a fucking beast, man.
Gene Silva did it.
The game, dude. It's the name of the game. Name of the fucking game.
Dude, I think oh, man.
Yeah, it was crazy watching that Josh Emmett knock out of Bryce Mitchell too. It's like, holy fuck, Josh Emmett hits like a fucking truck.
But did people figure out Bryce Mitchell too?
Maybe.
Like, it's like, hey, now we just need to make sure that he can't take it to the ground at all.
Here's the one thing this is why. It's in Bryce Mitchell's eyes right now, it's evil versus good. And he sees him as the good right now because he's all about God and everything. And he sees this guy, Silva, who has that tattoo on his chest. And in Bryce's mind, this is war between heaven and hell. And I think that's what's going to fuel Bryce to get this one. Or it's going to be a knockout by John Silva. John Silva. How do you say it?
I think it's Gene Silva.
Sorry
just
about
because
that.
it's how it's spelled, but you could be right.
I fuck him up all the time. And we hear him. I'll hear him on Fight Night and I go, damn it. And then I'll fuck it up again on pod.
I think Bryce Mitchell needs it more.
Right?
I think
Fuck
Bryce is going to win this fight.
Dude, there are so many people that want to see Bryce lose this fight right now.
Not me.
So many people. I know, not me for some reason. I'm like, it's because of the heaven and hell thing, man.
He's going to submit his ass.
That would be nuts. It'd be awesome.
But if he doesn't, bro, I feel like it's going to be like GM3.
Right?
Where Brad Tavares just couldn't get taken down or anything, and he pieced him up and did his thing.
Yeah. Dude, I know Bryce says a lot of dumb shit, but he's really not the dumbest fighter. He's a pretty good, calculated, smart IQ fighter. I think. You can hate me, whatever, but that's what I think.
Yeah.
He just says a lot of dumb shit, and who knows? This fight will tell a lot of where he's at. This will tell a lot of where Mr. Bryce Mitchell's at.
Gene Silva's hungry, though, dude. It's like, man, what if Gene Silva just happens to be like the next one up, man, and Bryce Mitchell's just the unlucky fool?
Because I think someone just needs to sit down with Bryce and go, look, Bryce, you need to calm the fuck down about some of this shit and just chill. Listen to this. Chill.
I hope he starts reporting on the Bruce Lee thing, too.
I know.
We should talk to Bryce about his
conspiracy theories. I do love them. So let him have it. Because we don't know Bryce Mitchell as a human being or person. We only know him as the fighter and what he's saying. So
some of those conspiracy theories, you just tell your inner group, Bryce.
Right?
Not every conspiracy theory needs to be shared with the world.
Michael Chandler versus Paddy Pimblett. This is the fight I'm most excited about of the night. Mm-hmm. This is everything for the fans. This is for the name of the game, baby. And it's crazy. Michael Chandler being from Missouri, dude. We had some buddies that went to the same high school as him. You would think I'd be rooting for him and want him to win. Of course, I do want him to win for all the shit he went through. Mm-hmm. But boy, do I really want Paddy to win, guys. The submission off Bobby Green last time was fucking epic. Mm-hmm. The countdown was sick. He's such a figure. Paddy's the guy that you're just like everyone wants to beat up growing up, but then he fucking whoops ass. You know?
Paddy's a character, polarizing.
Yeah, and the way he says sausage, the way he calls everyone a sausage, I love that shit.
I'm like, how do people have such thick accents in different areas?
He was so cool when we met him in person. He was super nice, fucking super vibrant, just like how he is on TV. So he is who he is.
Dude,
who do you want to win that fight?
Come on, guys. Let's do some UFC math here. You think Dana White and again Shelby would go out of their way to give Paddy a bad fight? And they love their boy Michael Chandler. Michael Chandler is there to put on a show. His fight IQ is good, but he would rather put on a show than have a smart fight.
I know, and you got a guy like
every time.
That's what Paddy was saying, dude. You got a Paddy who's he's not going to do that. He's going to be calculated.
And Paddy's going to submit Michael Chandler probably second, third round.
Michael Chandler's a dog, dude. He's so exciting and fun. I love Michael Chandler, and I feel bad about all the Conor shit. So who knows how that's fueled him. Again, when moments of time of where people are in their life, their careers, what's been happening, it can fuel them. We got Paddy, who just had 2 kids, fucking coming off one of the biggest win, wants to be champion.
He's going to be champion. Paddy Pimblett's going to be champion, dude. After he beats Michael Chandler, who's he got next, dude?
I know. What's going to happen with all these champs? Are they all going to go up? Is everyone going up? What's going on? Announce it. Maybe we're just waiting. We got to wait for these next. We got some big. We're waiting for that Jack Della fight versus champ. Fuck, I'm blanking. Sorry.
Oh my God! Is Jack fighting?
Jack Della's fighting the champ. DDP. Jesus. Sorry, Joe. I was blanking for a second about that.
That's crazy.
But maybe we're waiting for that. Maybe we're waiting for this Paddy and Michael Chandler fight. There's just so many things.
If Patty beats Michael Chandler, Charles Oliveira would be a sick next fight.
Ilya Taporia, what's going on with that? There's so many things that I want to know.
Ilya, oh my God.
It's going to be a big fight.
Yeah, that would be a big one.
It's going to be a big year. So, very fucking excited.
Michael just knocks him out in the first round. What if Chandler sleeps him?
It would be massive. And then you know that when Michael Chandler gets behind that, if Michael Chandler knocked out Patty and Patty's out cold, and Michael Chandler gets a hold of that microphone, holy fucking shit. He's probably going to call out everybody. He's going to be so fed up. He dealt with all that Conor shit for so long. Everyone's been saying so much shit, and he's been in the gym trying to grind and just maintain. Bro, he's probably so eager to come out and fight, and he's fighting Patty, who's one of the loudest mouth, dangerous fighters right now.
He is dangerous and underrated because of his performances. Because it's like, dude, I don't even know if that's even... He might be more dangerous than Conor for Mike.
Why would Michael Chandler take this fight if he didn't think he could beat him? You know what I mean?
Well, did you hear in his that countdown we were watching? He was like, I just wanted to be tested in those crucial moments. He didn't really talk too much about like explicitly winning.
Yeah.
It was more like the experience of going through the gauntlet.
Staying alive in the game.
He's like in the gauntlet. And it's just like, well, what about winning, Mike?
Hey, man. Find comfort in the scrambles and create a moment. That's what we can do, Michael Chandler. That's the name of this fucking game. And you got it against this kid who wants everything.
I'm nervous. He takes him down. Excited. He takes Patty down. Patty gets a triangle choke on him or an arm bar.
It'd be so sick, dude. Either way. But, yeah, very excited. And then Alexander Volkanovski versus Diego Lopes. Bro, Diego, if he can come out, really want it, be the guy, and overwhelm Alex, I think he can get the job done.
He is the guy.
If Alex is still there, that chin's not all the way gone, and he still has that fire in his belly to come back after these losses, and he sees this moment with Diego as a fresh opponent for the belt, who knows?
I think Diego Lopes is going to destroy Volkanovski. He is the next coming of this weight class. Dude, he beat Pat Sabatini, who you had made on your parlay, who was a good pick. Pat Sabatini, guys, watch out for Pat. He destroyed his opponent last night, completely dominated every facet of the fight.
Beat Brian Ortega.
And what happened to Pat against Diego? Diego took him out, dude.
Yeah.
And Diego's been taking out Brian Ortega. Mavsar Evloev was his first fight coming in. And he beat Ige too on short notice.
What an incredible resume if he beats Volkov to get the belt too. That's pretty sick.
Dude, that would be so sick.
Yeah.
And he coached Alexa Grasso to her championship win.
It would just be like, damn, put the rose down, Volk. Put the rose down. You tried. He's just a gang. I just love Volk. Volk was such a gangster. I would be happy to see him win. But it would be very exciting to see Diego win because it's new.
I liked it, dude. When they were talking, it was making me a fan of Diego watching the countdown because they were talking about how he's a coach too. So it was just like cool to see, like, oh my god, this guy's like training professional fighters too.
Love of the sport,
and then
guy.
he himself is doing it.
Yep,
that's pretty cool.
Oh yeah, dude.
I think Diego's winning.
I can see him overwhelming Volk. How does Volk handle that?
Volk, man, you can't count Volk out either because what he did, he took Yair Rodriguez out so fast, and I think Yair's gonna win his fight.
And bro, Toporia's boxing, dude, it's so fucking good.
I don't know who beats Ilya right now.
And he hits like a fucking truck, and that was such a game. Like Volk's hitting him, and he just knocks him out cold. It's crazy. It's the name of the game. Name of the fucking game. I'm very excited for 314. Very excited to see because this will turn a page of a lot of fights. Let us know in the comments who you guys got.
Dude, 100%.
Got anything else before we get out of here, my man?
A recommendation, Jobins. John Carpenter's Village of the Damned from 1995. We were talking about Christopher Reeves earlier. Don't believe the reviews. 5.6 out of 10 by IMDb. They don't know what they're talking about. 28% on Rotten Tomatoes. Bunch of haters.
Yep.
Takes place in small town of Midwich, California, and it was released on April 28th, 1995. And did you know it was a remake of a 1960 original that we should watch sometime?
Black and white?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, there's an original that's based off of the book, obviously, from that time. But it's a good movie. All the kids are scary in it. Telepath stuff going on.
I think it's time to remake it again.
I think so too.
And it would be cool to put the time of world we're in with that concept.
Do you have the kids look like that?
Absolutely.
I think so too.
Absolutely. That's the primage of the movie. That's like that's the whole thing.
It's a wild movie because it talks about like girls getting pregnant, all the women getting pregnant in the town
All
at the
these
same
people
time.
everyone goes to sleep everyone gets knocked out by this fucking curse. And these fucking kids get all born at the same time. And then everyone starts fucking dying and fucking getting killed. And I'm not going to spoil it, but
Yeah.
it's one of Christopher Reeve's last films before he became paralyzed. And it's kind of surreal watching him. Because that's one of those like fever dream movies I had, Jobins, where you see it as a kid. Terrified me as a kid. Absolutely fucking terrified me. And then I always thought it was Children of the Corn. I always got it mixed up with Children of the Corn. I even asked my mom one time, I'm like, Mom, do you remember this movie? Like this? She's like, oh, I think you're talking about Children. I'm like, no. And then finally, because I was watching the Christopher Reeves documentary, I was going through, I was like, oh my God. And then I clicked on, I was like, holy shit. This is when I looked at the trailer, I was like, holy fuck. This is the movie I was talking about. And Christy Allen and him, both passed, are the leads of the film.
Mm-hmm.
It's a crazy horror from the past.
It's such a John Carpenter movie. It's not even funny. Just over the top.
Horror films and like those crazy horror films from like the 70s, 80s, and 90s were the best. And they're even still fun to watch today.
I know, dude. We were just watching trailers for one of them that was
The Tick?
The Tick with Seth Green in it.
Yeah.
That looks crazy.
Yeah. There was another one. Oh, yeah. What was that one we were watching last night? There was two of them.
Oh, Maniac Cop.
Maniac Cop. That
Dude.
looked insane.
And did we talk about watching the movie with Vince Vaughn and John Travolta, Domestic Disturbance?
I don't think so.
Do you remember Domestic Disturbance? Watching that?
Oh,
and
yeah.
he's like the evil stepdad.
Yep.
That trailer was hilarious.
Yeah. It didn't hold up as much.
No, not a good movie.
It didn't really hold up.
We watched it, though.
Give it a try.
Well, I mean, if this movie's a 5 points, that doesn't say it's very good.
Right? All right, guys. Well, thanks for watching. We love you. Please like and subscribe.
Mm-hmm.
And let us know your thoughts.
And ring that bell.
And ring that bell. Ding, dot, boom, bop. And we'll see you next week. Enjoy the fights. Have a good, safe week. Let's keep grinding.
Mm-hmm. Love you, Jobins.
Love you. All right.